The other thing had been the power of minimalism, and minimalism has become a big trend in recent years. So you can look at minimalism with from the perspective of reducing stuff, but there's another way of looking at it, and that way of looking at it is figuring out your focus in terms of what matters. So when I kind of found this idea of minimalism, I started trying to implement that in all forms, as well as in all aspects of my life. Like, for example, I went and looked at my cupboard, and I had some 300, 400 pieces of clothes. I put all of them into a box or multiple boxes, apart from around 2 weeks of clothes, and decided to give those away. Then post my previous company getting acquired, we did a 45-day trip across like 3, 4 countries, and we just took a small bag, the kind of a backpack in which you take laptops. We did not carry any laptop, but a bag just that small, and we traveled across the world, and it was really, really um, uh, if I think back, it's such a um, relieving feeling when you have such less number of stuff with you. I also started implementing the same in terms of my social media, news, etc. So I don't read newspaper, I don't I don't go to social media. In terms of meeting people, knowing whom you want to meet, who are the people who matters the most. So in every aspect of your life, you can have use the power of minimalism in terms of uh, figuring out what really matters to you. And there's a great way of figuring out what really matters, and that is through an exercise of contemplating death. Now that sounds really, really sad in a way. Death definitely is very, very negative. Exercise, if you try, like, before the exercise, mental exercise, think, here's this interesting thing. Lot of people who knows or gets to know that they have only a couple of weeks or a month left in their life, when they get out or step out of the hospital, the way they look at the trees, the leaves, the way they listen to the birds chirping or the rain falling, it's completely different. And if you see some of those stories, you will see it's amazing that we miss all of those on our day-to-day life. Now, if you imagine a situation like this, that you have only X number of days in life, what would you do? Who are the people whom you will call and say thank you? Or who are the people you will call and say sorry? What will you do? How will you look at the clouds? How will you look at the nature? So that exercise, that mental exercise, will tell you what really matters in your life. And once you know what really matters in your life, crafting your day-to-day routine around that is going to make your life a lot more meaningful, so that you can focus 80% of your time, or whatever majority of your time, on things that really matter. So minimalism is not really cutting things off or reducing things. It's more about doing things that matters.